So I want to talk a little bit about the concept of healing, and specifically healing with some of the issues that I've had surrounding men. Seems like the universe is setting me up with the kind of positivity from men that I need, that I think is one of the big hurdles, and one of the things at the core of my reluctance and doubt surrounding transition. I have been more curious about setting up a meeting with my father. Now, my father has never been present in my life. I've never seen him, never seen a picture of him, never met him. He was never really talked about. He just wasn't there, and it wasn't really an issue. It was just a fact. But the more I see myself working through these issues, the more I become curious. But at the same time, I definitely have some fear surrounding opening myself up to something that could potentially put me in an emotional tailspin. On a lighter note, I'm back in Vancouver. I'm so happy. I really have a sense of peace and safety here that I haven't had a lot of other places, so. Yeah, my flight was a little bit, or my coming across the border was a little bit interesting yesterday. I had kind of a moment where I was a little bit scared that they were going to try to search me. So you flew in from JFK, where is that? I was like, oh, New York City. She kind of looked at me and she's like, okay, and I had a bunch of stuff with me, and I think that she thought that I was misdeclaring some of the stuff that I had. And so she asked me to go over and sit in the little area off to the side, which is like not a good area, especially scary area for trans folk. And she was just like, alright, there were these other two guys, these young Russian guys. And the young Russian guys, as I was going over there, the guy was like, alright, take everything out of your pockets, pull up your pant legs, do you have anything sharp on you? And he was patting them down, and I was like, this is not going to be a good situation. It's not going to be a good situation if I get patted down. But lo and behold, she just wanted to caution me because of swine flu. She didn't want me to be bringing swine flu into Canada. So after we determined that I didn't have any cough or flu or, other various symptoms, I guess, it was all good. I met a man who was talking about smoking, and I told him, we were waiting for the bus, and I said, if I light a cigarette, the bus will come. It's just the way the world works. And he was joking around, and he said, oh, well, maybe I should pick it up again just to help this along. And I said, oh, no, you don't want to pick this up again. And lungs pink. He's like, pink is good. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, pink is good. So I'm going to give you something to remind you of that. And so he gave me this little, this currency. And I can't tell what country it's from. This is what it looks like. But I don't know really what country that is. And he gave me, $100 billion from Zimbabwe. I had a little bit of a talk with my friend last night about this after I got in. I think I harbor a lot of bitterness and resentment about men, and I don't think that's fair. And changing my mindset a little bit to be putting that positivity out there, I feel like the healing process is starting. I think that there are a lot of things that we deal with as masculine and male identified people not born into biologically male bodies, that we need the camaraderie of other men, whether they be cisgendered or, transsexual, transgendered. And we don't tend to Yeah, my friend's neighbors are jumping up and down upstairs because I think maybe the Canucks just won some sort of a hockey goal. Anyways, I think that there's a lot of camaraderie that needs to happen and things that we need to work through and support that we need to get from the male community, and because we are, I guess I would say, stealth in the wrong way, or stealth in a way that's detrimental, as in not passing as male, we don't get that. And there's a lot of comfort and a lot of positivity and support to be had from male and masculine people. And I feel like slowly but surely I'm allowing myself to be more open to receiving it. I'm starting to feel this healing, this sense of comfort and kind of something that I know I've needed for a long time, which is, you know, real, valuable love from cisgendered men. Even though it might hurt sometimes, and even though it might be disappointing to me sometimes, it's important for me, give each person, and especially each man, a chance as an individual over some of the man-hating that's being done. Like, you know, I'm not trying to be blind to issues that do exist, and of course, you know, not losing any of my passion for fighting those issues and fighting those injustices, but at the same time, not putting unnecessary things out there as far as negativity goes that it's just going to be detrimental to you in the long run. So stereotypes are really, really cruel, and I don't want them applied to me. Fight some of those stereotypes that perhaps, in my case, fight some of the stereotypes that I'm even imposing on them. So I think it's important to give these men a chance, if only to be able to take these little pieces, you know, of these guys and create the men that we want to be, or create the masculine people that we want to be, and you know, do better.